Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I'm going to show you tonight is Texas sending another double-barrel middle finger right at Biden because they're no longer just staying where they've been. They're now expanding this whole borderline wall thing. This is becoming a thing, and while they're doing that, the federal government and the Republicans and Democrats in the Senate are handing us down hot garbage, and I can't wait to walk you through this entire thing because it turns out that the gun rights people aren't the only people that the Democrats and Republicans screw all together in a bipartisan manner. Was that spicy enough of an intro? Everything will be linked in the description box below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think, and of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We were always looking to earn that subscription, and thank you for that consideration. All right, my brothers and sisters, so you know what? I'm going to treat you guys right tonight. I'm going to start off with the hot garbage. The absolute trash that was just handed down and released in a bipartisan manner from the Senate, Democrats and Republicans. Listen to this. And like I said in the introduction, it's good to know, on a weird, macabre kind of way, that gun rights supporters aren't the only ones who get screwed by these slime balls in Congress. Subtle enough? All right, let's get it. The package has the backing of Senate leaders and the Biden administration, oh goody, who have said the funding is for the two U.S. allies, $60 billion for Ukraine and $14 billion for Israel, coupled with a bipartisan agreement that will provide approximately $20 billion to control illegal immigration at the border. For those of you keeping track at home, my beard is itching, so there must be lies somewhere. $20 billion for the problem of the entire bill. The whole point of doing the bill was to stop the immigration issue at the border to save Biden his political bleeding. So they gave him $20 billion, and then they said $74 billion for foreign wars, other borders. Okay, guys, at a certain point, I just wonder what planet we're on right now. You have a major issue going on at the Texas-Mexico border. You put together a big hoopla of a bill saying you've always wanted to solve the problem at the border. You put $20 billion in and $74 for other borders across the ocean. Anyway, so while that's going on, here's how Greg Abbott just stuck double-barrel middle fingers up. Texas will expand the effort to control land along Mexican border, Abbott says. Flanked by Republican governors, 13 of them to be specific, Governor Greg Abbot said that Texas would expand the immigration enforcement efforts at the center of a legal confrontation with the federal government. Well, let's dive into a little bit. Let's see what they're going to do. Because again, you've now officially seen the government federal response, which, i.e. hot garbage, and now we're going to look at the Texas response. Let's dive in. Locked in a legal battle with the Biden administration over immigration enforcement, which is a conundrum of a sentence by itself, Governor Greg Abbott of Texas said on Sunday that he was expanding his effort to establish state control over the areas near the Rio Grande in an effort to deter migrants. So they're expanding their border control. Yeah. How do you guys think this is going to end up? They're just going to keep on going is what's going to happen. Check this. Mr. Abbott, flanked by 13 other Republican governors, said that Texas would not limit its high-intensity efforts to the small municipal park along the river in Eagle Pass, where the state has taken over and limited access for federal agents. A top Texas official said state law enforcement officers also looking to move in on the Riverside Ranch land north of the city that migrants have continued to use for the crossing. Texas is expanding the entire borderline. Again, the juxtaposition is pretty impactful and powerful. All the while, Speaker Johnson in the House, Republican, has said this bill's DOA. This is going great, guys. This is going really great. But this is quickly becoming a states' rights issue because you got a lot of states talking about their rights. I'm just saying. Let's continue from Texas. The Republican governors met at the border as the Senate was preparing to release details of its plan to address the high number of illegal border crossings. Yeah, you think? The Biden administration has backed legislative action, but some Republicans have appeared unwilling to go forward after Donald Trump said that doing so would help Democrats in November. Or it's just literally $74 billion for Ukraine and Israel, other borders, and $20 billion for this border here in the United States, which was the whole point of the bill. They are literally taking a crisis at the border and they are saying, well, you know, it's a really great time to put funding in for things that we want. Crises. So we're going to put $20 billion down there because we're really amazing leaders in the Senate, leaders of this amazing, amazing body. in the Senate, and then we're going to send $74 billion across the nation to fund the things that you guys have said we're not going to do. And then we're going to try to pin it on Republicans to say, oh, you guys just don't want to solve the border. It is maddening. But that's okay, people, because we are in the gun rights fight. We are used to maddening, and we will prevail. And here's the last thing, and this is why I think you're going to see this go a lot further. Quote, "We are going to keep expanding out that way and doing everything we can to stop the illegal immigration at the line on the river," Mr. Banks said. "It's fair to say that we are going to go anywhere where illegal immigration is happening, and we're going to hit them at the point of entry to prevent them from making entry onto the soil." Translated out, that is literally we're going to go across the entire Texas border. That's what that means. Wherever immigration is occurring, or illegal immigration is occurring, that's the entire border. So basically, you've got a state standing up for state rights. You got 13 other states joining them in that states' rights conversation. You have Biden trying to claim some sort of victory through legislative action and get out of hot water politically. And then the Senate and the Republican and the Democrats are handing $74 billion to Ukraine in a nationwide Texas-Mexico border deal where Texas gets $20 billion and Ukraine and Israel get $74 billion total. Guys, you just lose words. And that's what I've got for you guys. I've got so much stuff coming for you guys, gun related. I just had to show you this because this is shaping up to be a thing we got to cover. Everything is linked. And of course, let me hear what you think in the comments field, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.